As tax revenues have plummeted, school systems have been hard hit as well. So hard that various school systems have been forced to rethink their approach to all extracurricular activities, including their scholastic sports programs. As our John Franco reports, it's not a pretty picture.
There are a lot of sports towns in America, but only one of them was named last year the top sports town of all, Columbus, Ohio, where Saturdays they worship at the Church of Ohio State. And Fridays are for high school football, under the lights.
Gosh, everybody would be in their Grove City gear. Flags on their cars, sweatshirts, earrings, necklaces. The atmosphere is electric. No other way to describe it.
That good.
That good.
Mary Mulvaney never missed a game at Grove City High School in the Columbus suburbs.
It was about the community. It was about the community celebrating the youth, celebrating multiple generations coming back. You see people there, 80 years old, up at the top of the stadium watching football.
What's going to happen this Friday night?
Nothing.
This fall, the Saturdays of Columbus are still in full swing. But the football fields of Friday nights have been hushed. It happened August 4th, 2009, the day the sports died. Grove City High is one of 9 schools in and around Columbus that this summer ran out of money. Not long after the unemployment rate in Ohio broke through to double digits. The people here were given 2 choices: accept a tax hike or accept the unthinkable, the elimination of all extracurricular activities, including every sport, from every school.
I organized the watch where we would watch the election results come in.
You're watching the vote come in. What happens to the mood of the room?
Like nothing I ever want to see again. You saw these kids watching screens, and you saw the gap getting wider and wider. The kids were devastated. The parents were devastated for the kids. It was like a funeral. Felt like we'd been kicked in the gut, took our dreams, and went home. The next day, kids moved. Houses went up for sale. Leases were signed on apartments.
The next day?
Oh, there were families who had everything ready pending the outcome in August.
And they were gone in a flash.
The next morning.
The once happy homes of Grove City have been thrown into disarray.
I miss my son. It's almost like a mourning time because your family split and there's really no reason for it.
Linda and Tim Crane were once the proudest parents in Grove City. Their twin sons, both about 6'5" and 300 pounds, were the stars of Friday nights. Stephen, a lineman on the football team. Douglas, a tuba player for the Grove City High Marching Band. So you used to have this wonderful family gathering on Friday night.
Well, there's a lot of pride. You know, you have one son that this was his calling to do band, and then another son that loves his football.
You know, my parents thought it was the greatest thing in the world. They see me on the football field, and then I go to the locker room, and then it comes Douglas.
You guys pretty close?
Yeah, pretty close. You know, we got our stupid stories that we probably won't tell anybody else, and, you know, brotherly stuff.
More than brothers, twins.
Yeah.
But when extracurriculars were cut at Grove City High, the twins were split. When Stephen, being considered for a scholarship by Division I colleges, was forced to make a radical decision.
Not playing football my senior year wasn't an option. I knew I had to play somewhere.
How did you make the decision to emancipate yourself from your family?
It's the only thing I could do. I didn't want to, but I needed to.
Stephen legally severed ties with his parents so he could make a home of his own in another town, one with football. At 18, he's now his own man, holding down a job as a landscaper and paying rent.
It's actually fairly nice.
$150 a month for this one-room efficiency.
I have a bed that folds up into the wall here.
He attends a new school and has himself a new team.
Yeah.
But he misses his old life.
People really say that you don't know what you had until it's gone, but when it's gone is when I actually realized that what I had.
How much do you miss, Stephen?
Every day that he's not here is heartbreaking. You know, me and him are buds. Like, during the summer, we'll be out on the front porch at 3 in the morning just talking. Sit, drink a can of pop, and just talk. Brotherly love is what it was.
And Douglas has lost more than just his brother.
Here we have the Grove City High School Marching Band.
Because Grove City's band wasn't just any high school band. It was perhaps the best one in America, until it was cut as well.
Those kids are doing nothing on Friday nights now, too. They've been at the Rose Bowl. They've been everywhere.
They were pretty good, huh?
They were great. They were great. Pride of Grove City.
And now they can just march around the parking lot.
They do. That's it. That's what they have. There's no parades. They're playing their instruments in music class and putting them on the shelf. That's what they're left with. Old abandoned buildings over here.
But Mulvaney says the biggest impact is being felt here, in the lower income parts of the district, where she's been teaching for 27 years.
For some of these kids, if they don't have sports,
They have no reason to go to school. That's what motivates them. That's what keeps them interested. That's what you say to them, you know, you got to keep your grades up. You keep your grades up, you can play sports. That's their reason for trying.
are you afraid that you're going to lose some of these?
We're going to lose a generation of kids. We're going to lose these kids to the streets.
Of course, if it can happen here, it can happen anywhere. And it's starting to.
Go! Come on, guys.
Used to be, there were 3 certainties in American life: death, taxes, and the chance to play sports at the local school. But in these economic times, many Americans can't or won't agree to pay more taxes. And that's threatening the death of school sports everywhere. 80 miles west of Columbus, the Rust Belt town of Sydney, where the recession has driven unemployment into the teens. They haven't had to cut sports here, yet. What they are doing was once unheard of, but is suddenly common nationwide. It's called